Hello traders, hope you're doing well. Welcome to my Trendline trading guide. In this video, I'm going to show you a very simple trend line strategy that you can use to capture moves such as this one for over 500 pips. So you can use this on any trading platform and any trading instrument, so Forex, stocks, commodities, cryptos, indices, etc. And also any chart time frame. This is a 1 hour pound dollar chart in the MT4 trading platform. Personally, I prefer the longer term chart time frame, so the 1 hour, 4 hour, daily, weekly, monthly, simply because they contain more price data, and for me that gives more reliable signals. That applies not just to trend lines, but support, resistance, candlestick patterns, and even technical indicators. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is we need to look for a trend. So we can see here the market reached this level of resistance. It had been tested multiple times. And this shows us that this is strong resistance. Okay, you can also see here we have this level of support through this trend line is breached, and once it's breached we see this big drop to the downside. Okay, so if we just zoom in on this scenario, triple top formation here, tested at least 3 times this resistance. So what we could have done is draw the support line within that resistance area here. Quite strong support. As I said, this is a higher chart time frame, 1 hour chart, and you can see bang on the button how often this support level was hit. So there's no coincidence. When price finally closed below it, we've seen this big, let me just correct that. Once price closed below, had this big drop to the downside there. So this could have been an aggressive entry. Okay. And you didn't need no magic indicators for that, no unicorn indicators, no crystal ball, no wizard indicator, nothing. Just pure price action traders, support, resistance, and trend lines. Okay, and you can pick big moves like this. A key to being successful with a trading strategy like this one is money management. Okay, so for example, if I get into this trade here, I'm going to put my stop loss above the recent high. So you're looking between 15 and 20 pips here somewhere. And then as price falls, what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to have a fixed take profit. Let's just say you've got a 100 pip take profit for argument's sake. You exit here. Okay, it looks like a great trade. Okay, 20 pip stop, 100 pip take profit. Fantastic. However, you've just left way too much on the table. This trade drops over 500 pips of profit potential. So what I would have done, that's why I don't like to use fixed take profits, I would have had the stop loss at the high, and then as price dropped around here, I would have probably moved the stop loss at least to break even. Okay, then as price begins to fall, I would just be putting the stop loss above the recent highs, above the high, 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 and just try to milk the move as much as possible. That way, when we're trading trend lines, we only need to capture, we can afford to have losses. You could have a 15 pip or 20 pip stop loss and take multiple losses until you capture the trend. It's pretty obvious, strong downtrend there. Let's just say you got it wrong here and here. Let's just say you tried there. You wouldn't, for obvious reasons, but let's just say you were wrong 4 times at 20 pips. You're down 80 pips. Okay, no need to cry, because if you capture a big trend like this for over 500 pips, you can make back those losses and then some more. Emphasizing the quality of capturing big moves in line with the trend. When you've got good money management, okay, you don't need no indicators, repainting or lagging indicators that are going to claim to give you win trades all of the time. You just need to time your entry into a trend. Okay, and if you do miss the initial entry, this is perhaps an aggressive entry. You can wait for another pullback, which we get here. Okay, pullback, nice level of support, and a breakout there. You could have hopped in there, because longer term chart time frames, you'll find these moves are usually quite obvious to spot. In downtrend, you're just looking for the lower highs, price moving away from resistance, breach of support. Okay, so you've got your lower highs here, breach of support, M chart formation there as well, breakout, and again stop loss in this instance just above the high. Okay, and you can ride the trend there. Plenty of pips to be made. With trendline trading, I want to stay out of choppy waters like this. Okay, I'm just looking for nice, clear trends, ideally as early as possible. Good money management, good trading discipline, so don't let negative emotions like fear, anger, greed cloud your trading decisions. Don't overtrade, don't force trades that aren't there, don't revenge trade if you've had a bad trade. You don't want to sell at the low as well. Don't panic. Get FOMO, fear of missing out. You see this big move down here and this big candle, and you want to sell, you end up just selling at the low. Okay, you want to think about it, get in early. And with the 1 hour and above charts, you can trade smart, not hard. You don't need to stare at charts all day long. Trend lines don't tend to be as reliable on the 1 minute and 5 minute charts from my experience. And I'm not sure why you'd want to stress yourself out trading those charts when you can capture big moves like these for hundreds of pips on the higher chart time frames. As I said, you can use it on any trading instrument. Again, same scenario, uptrend this time. Price is making higher lows, moved away from this support level down here. Okay. Had a breach, this W pattern formation here, breakout to the upside. Okay, and then we could have just traded this breakout, wait for a pullback. We get a nice pullback there, drew your resistance, traded breakout resistance. If you zoom in there, you'll see that this resistance then becomes support. You can always wait for the pullback after the pullback, so the breakout and then the pullback to touch the support, become the resistance becomes support line. However, that won't always happen. There'll be instances where price will just continue to rise up. So you can trade the breakout. Obviously, look on the candlestick patterns as well. Okay, you can see a breakaway candle here. Also got a three inside up candlestick pattern as well. There's lots of bullish indication that the price was going to continue moving upwards, so that can help confirm your trend line signals. Obviously, you've got your trend line there as well, the market with the higher lows. Okay. As simple as that. Trading doesn't need to be complicated. It can be as complicated as you want it to be, but the key strategy, keep it simple, stupid, tends to work for me. So support there. What's happening? Price is making higher lows. What does that mean? We're in an uptrend. What do? We draw resistance, trade a breakout of resistance. Resistance then comes support, nice continuation. You miss that entry, wait for a next pullback. You get your pullback here. Breakout, no coincidence, you've got these big breakout candles. Same there. Okay, pullback, breakout, resistance, then comes support, continuation. Okay, pullback, breakout, resistance, comes support, continuation. Pullback, breakout, resistance becomes support, continuation. Obviously, you don't want to end up buying at the high. There is another trade up here, big breakout candle there. But if you zoom out, you probably wouldn't want to buy at the top of a move like that. You would have ideally wanted to get in and around here somewhere. Even here, there was one resistance becomes support, nice continuation as well. Okay, let's just say for argument's sake, we took this one. Stop loss just below the low, so around 20 pips, and you've got around 400 pips of profit potential just trading the trend lines with breakouts. Stop loss, I would move again to break even as price moved in our favor, then just move it below the lows, below the low, 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 below the low. And you can close part of the position if you want on the way up, just to bank some pips. Let the rest run. But as I said, I like to cut losing trades short and then let winning trades run. That way, even if we're not right all the time, we know that when we are, we can make back any losing pips and then a lot more on top as well. Drawing trend lines doesn't have to be complicated. Just looking for an uptrend, you're just looking for higher lows. For a downtrend, you're just looking for lower highs. And then you just need to time your entry, have good money management and good trading discipline. Hopefully you found something useful in this video. If you can like and subscribe, that'd be great and really help my channel. I hope to catch you on the next one. Take care.